The following is a production of Learfield Sports.
Welcome to Spartan Sports Central. I'm Justin Allegri. San Jose State 3-4 following a tough road loss at the hands of the Naval Academy, 41-31. We'll recap that game with San Jose State head coach Ron Kerrigan. We'll also look ahead to the next home game this Saturday against Colorado State. Plus, we'll preview the men's basketball season with San Jose State head coach Dave Wojcik. But right now, let's head back to Navy with the highlights.
San Jose State taking on Navy for the fourth and final time in 4 years. Both teams honoring former Spartan David Quisenberry with a DQ sticker on the back of their helmets. First play of the game from scrimmage, Navy quarterback Keenan Reynolds fumbles the handoff exchange, and an alert play by Jimmy Pruitt recovers the ball to give the Spartans a first down from the Navy 18-yard line. However, just a few plays later on 3rd and goal from the 9, Joe Gray throws an interception and the Spartans squander a great scoring opportunity. Austin Lopez got a chance to grab the first points of the game. It was good from 22 yards out to make it 3-0 San Jose State. That would be the score after 1 quarter of play, but just before the end of the first, Navy used a rare passing game from Reynolds to Brandon Sanders for 27 yards, giving them a first down. Noah Copeland would finish off the drive with Navy's first touchdown of the game, giving them a 7-3 lead. Spartans hit right back, though. A beautiful cutback run from Tyler Irvin for 19 yards gave San Jose State a first down to the Navy 22. After that, a great sight to see. Tight end Billy Freeman getting into the end zone for the first touchdown he has this year and regaining the lead for the Spartans at 10-7. However, after that point, the Navy offense got rolling. 47-yard run working that triple option from Reynolds, pulled down by Forrest Hightower, ultimately a touchdown-saving tackle. But then, just 2 plays later, Reynolds runs it in for touchdown number 1 on the day, and Navy regained the lead. Right after that, Navy got back to work in the red zone on their next possession. And how about this hit from Vince Buhager? Well, that was another big blow from the linebacker, but after that, Reynolds' second touchdown of the game, 21-10, as he punched it in for the score, and Navy had the lead even further. This next play, though, was without question the play of the day. Tim Crawley appears to be tackled shy of a first down. However, he kept off the ground and in bounds, breaking free and sprinting down for the touchdown score from 33 yards away. Let's take another look at it as Tim Crawley stays on his feet, somehow acrobatically and athletically keeps off the turf, and then has the wherewithal and the presence of mind to get back up and run in for the touchdown score. The Spartans would head into halftime after that score, down 24-17 to Navy. Spartans forced to punt in their first possession of the second half, and what a punt it was from Michael Carrizosa. A spectacular play on special teams from Andre Chacheret to pin Navy deep at their own 2-yard line. But Navy drives 98 yards on 13 plays. All but 2 of those plays were runs from Keenan Reynolds, the quarterback. He finished it off with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game, making it 31-17 in favor of the Naval Academy. Navy tacked on another touchdown before the Spartans could get back on the scoreboard in the 4th quarter. It was a pass to Hansel Wilson from 5 yards out that made it 38-24. That was Wilson's 3rd touchdown score of the year. San Jose State tried to mount a late comeback but failed on some onside kicks and did not allow them to get much closer. Andrew Vollert made a nice catch and run for 37 yards to set up Tyler Irvin's touchdown run later in that drive, but Navy proved to be too much as they went on to win 41-31, the final score from Annapolis. Keenan Reynolds ran for 3 scores and had rushed for 10 total touchdowns against San Jose State in the last 2 years combined. Spartans' 2-game win streak is snapped and they fall to 3-4 on the year.
Time now for this week's Lexus Drive of the Game, and for the Drive of the Game, we'll head back out to Navy in the 4th quarter that resulted in a touchdown to Hansel Wilson.
This week's Drive of the Game starts on a nice return from Tyler Irvin, pushing it up the left side of the field for 27 yards to the 31-yard line. After that, a broken play on first down almost results in a fumble, but Gray hangs on to bring it up to 2nd and 9. Gray then hits Tim Crawley for a 20-yard gain that gave the Spartans a first down into Navy territory. From the 33-yard line, Irvin again pounded his way through a hole to pick up 9 yards, close to a first down. But Irvin got the ball again and couldn't find a seam as he was stopped for no gain. Following a false start, Joe Gray runs it for 1 yard on 3rd and 6, bringing up 4th and 5. Gray then converts to his favorite target of the day, at least, Tim Crawley, 10 yards for another San Jose State first down. Then a screen pass to Tyler Winston gave the Spartans 9 yards, making it 3rd and 1. Irvin again used his legs to pick up the first down in the red zone all the way down to the 9-yard line of the midshipmen. The drive was capped off 2 plays later on a 5-yard strike to Hansel Wilson for the touchdown score. The drive lasted 6 minutes and 1 second as the Spartans marched 69 yards on 13 plays for the fourth quarter score. And that is this week's Lexus Drive of the Game.
We'll take our first break here on the program. When we come back, we'll look at a player profile from Jabari Carr, the senior wide receiver. More to come on Spartan Sports Central when we return.
Introducing the first ever 306 horsepower Lexus RC car. Once driven, there's no going back.
I'm starving. Where's the food?
Who's hungry?
Una Mas! No way.
Every party can use Una Mas. Fresh from the market ingredients is the essence of great tasting Mexican food. We grill our chicken and steak to perfection, and our fusion of traditional Mexican dishes means delicious, healthy choices for you. Una Mas, we taste better.
We should invite her again.
With millions of businesses all in one place, the YP app can help you do pretty much anything. But can it get you to the moon? You'll need a space helmet. YP can do that. You'll need the highest rated hardware stores. Check. YP even has a cheap gas finder, which is perfect for longer trips. The even more powerful, so much more than a search engine Yellow Pages. YP can do that.
Welcome back on Spartan Sports Central. One new element we're introducing this week is a player profile, and this week's profile is on senior wide receiver Jabari Carr. For more information about it, let's go out to the field with Angela Santoro.
Angela Santoro here with wide receiver Jabari Carr for your Spartan player profile of the week. We're going to start out by going back to the high school days for you. Oak Grove High School alum. What can you say about going to Oak Grove High School? And it seems like you've kind of started a trend for Oak Grove players to come here at San Jose State.
It's the blue and gold. It's just the colors. It's a tradition. Homegrown, hometown heroes. That's what we want to be.
Awesome. Okay, so you went to a military prep school.
Yes.
Talk about that.
It was my decision. I wanted to kind of better myself. I wanted to mature more. I wanted to come here with my head on strong. So military prep school did that for me, and I believe it's paid off.
San Jose State, tell me why you picked it.
My home. Family's here. The community's here. I just love being around here. I love being at home. I love being a community leader, most importantly. So, I mean, for me to be around people that love me, people that know me, I like to give them a show.
Got a lot of siblings. How many do you have, and what are their names?
7 boys, 1 girl, so there's 8 of us all together. Start off oldest to youngest, Hassani, LaDamian, Javante and Devontae, who are twins, Amari and Jabari, who are twins, and then my sister Miracle, because it was a miracle my mom had a girl, and then the youngest being Jakari.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool. You guys got 2 sets of twins, a baby girl named Miracle. I like that. Now, speaking of girls, you do have a fiance.
High school sweethearts. She's been there for me through thick and thin. She's also a San Jose State alum, which is exciting. So, I mean, it's just San Jose pride, Spartan pride. it's exciting. It's an exciting time.
Okay, so talking about exciting times, I do have footage of you dancing when one of your teammates, Hansel, scored a touchdown.
Definitely.
I'm going to show you the video.
Okay.
I want you to give me your reaction.
Just excitement. I mean, our whiteout group, I mean, we're excited for each other. I mean, it's not like I'll just dance when I score, but I mean, when somebody else does something great, and you know that guy has been, working and working, to get to where he wants to get. And I mean, when you see it pay off, I mean, it's rewarding for the whole group. So, we got to dance. You got to be happy. You got to remember to smile. So.
Is there something that you've been hiding, some dance moves that you can bust out right now, or do we have to wait?
If I did that, then I'd be giving it away. So we got to wait till game day when something special happens. Just keep your eyes on me, and I might show you a little something.
Okay, so you guys heard it. Make sure you guys watch for when he scores a touchdown. We'll see what he does next. Thank you so much. Is there anything you want to close out and tell the fans?
Go Spartans.
We'll take another break here on Spartan Sports Central. When we return, we'll preview the men's basketball season with San Jose State head coach Dave Wojcik. More to come on Spartan Sports Central.
I'm starving. Where's the food?
Who's hungry?
Una mas! No way.
Every party can use una mas. Fresh from the market ingredients is the essence of great tasting Mexican food. We grill our chicken and steak to perfection, and our fusion of traditional Mexican dishes means delicious, healthy choices for you. Una mas. We taste better.
We should invite her again.
With millions of businesses all in one place, the YP app can help you do pretty much anything. But can it get you to the moon? You'll need a space helmet. YP can do that. You'll need the highest rated hardware stores. Check. YP even has a cheap gas finder, which is perfect for longer trips. The even more powerful, so much more than a search engine yellow pages. YP can do that.
Introducing the first ever 306 horsepower Lexus RC car. Once driven, there's no going back.
Welcome back on Spartan Sports Central, now joined for the first time this year by San Jose State men's basketball coach Dave Wojcik. Coach, glad to have you on the show, a show you'll be on very frequently coming up in the next couple of months, but I'd like to get you in here right before the start of the season and preview the basketball team. Coming into the offseason, what were your main objectives for the team, and how did you go out through the offseason to get to a point where you try to be better coming into this year?
Yeah, the biggest thing was strength. Just wanted to live in the weight room and get the guys bigger and stronger, and I think we accomplished that. As soon as the season was over, Justin, we lifted 5 days a week, and then once the summer came, we cut it back to 4 days a week. So I think we did a good job with that. Our guys look bigger. They're stronger, which is a big part of the success in winning.
Well, there are a lot of new players on the team, but first, before we move into that, some new coaches on the staff as well. Talk about the new coaches on the team and what they're going to bring.
Well, Coach Mike Lepore came from St. Louis, and Mike and I have a history. We were at Wake Forest together. He played at Wake Forest for my high school coach, Skip Prosser. So he knows what I'm all about. He was brought up in Coach Prosser's system and sort of what I do. So that's been an easy transition. And he does a tremendous job with our defense and working with our guards. And then the other guy I hired was Tyler Ojanen from, he was at East Bay, and he was on Randy Bennett's staff for 5 years, and he's done a tremendous job with our post play, and he works with our defense as well.
Well, then now transitioning into the players, a good core of young players that have experience returning. You got Rashad Muhammad, Jalen James, Isaac Thornton, just to name a few. How have those guys improved? You talked about the weight room in the offseason, but how have they improved on the court?
Yeah, it's a lot easier this year from a standpoint of we don't have to do as much talking. Everything was new for everybody, and they understand what drills we're doing. They understand what shot selection I sort of want, and it's just made it. It's amazing what a year makes, and they come back a lot more confident and a lot more physically stronger, which is pretty impressive and a tribute to those guys.
Well, it must be pretty nice too to be able to lean on sophomores really as the core of your team.
It does, and we got some guys who sat out last year, and Jordan Baker and Frank Rogers, and who've third year in college now, so they have experience. So I feel like we're at a good place. Nobody's injured right now, so that's always a good sign from a coach.
Well, you talk about Frank Rogers and Jordan Baker. I think two of the players everybody's really anticipating to be some of the starters for this team. What do they bring to the table in terms of what they can do on the court?
Well, Jordan can score the basketball, and so can Frank. And one's a guard at 6'4", and the other one's 6'9". So we have a good inside-out presence there, along with, as you said, the Jalen Jameses and Rashad Muhammads and Isaac Thornton. So they bring that experience. They bring some scoring. They bring rebounding as well. Both are very good rebounders, even though Jordan is a guard. He's a terrific offensive rebounder. So it just adds more depth to our team. It's nice to look down there and say, oh, I got some options. And that's a tribute to my coaching staff for bringing in good players.
Well, and then there's some players that Spartans fans are going to be unfamiliar with coming in this year as new players. Talk about some of those guys.
Yeah, the big kid, 6'11" kid from Germany, Bonn, Germany, is Leon Bonner, and he's done a terrific job to this point. Daryl Gaynor is a 6'2" guard out of Las Vegas, can really score it. Just trying to learn the speed and the transition of the college game. Ryan Singer's another 6'9", 6'10" forward who can really shoot the ball, really skilled, needs strength, but understands the game. And then Ivo Basor, who is a JUCO transfer, is a big, strong kid who can rebound and defend for us. And then the other kid we have coming in is Danny Mahoney, who's right up the road from Sarah High School, and I've been pleasantly surprised with his effort in practice, and he's getting there. He's trying to learn the speed as well of the game.
Must be nice to have some depth on the team too.
It's really nice. I mean, last year we had 9 scholarship guys. This year we have 13. We have 15 total on the roster, and it's just nice to have options this year.
Well, Coach, the schedule definitely different as well this year. You have a lot of home games in the non-conference, 6 overall. So talk about that, just having the ability to be at home and get some experience there, and then getting into the John Wooden Classic, which is great exposure for this team.
Yeah, it is a different change this year. Last year we were on the road 9 games, and 4 games at home, and this year we only have 2 true road games, and I got us in the Wooden Legacy Classic. So hopefully that helps us with the home games starting off in the beginning of the season, and then heading into that Thanksgiving tournament up there in Anaheim with the Legacy, Wooden Legacy. And so I like trying to get us in exempt tournaments. I think the more exposure, all 3 games are on ESPN and ESPN Network, and so I feel like we're taking steps to making this not a regional school but a national school, and for basketball, that's what I want to do.
All right, that's San Jose State men's basketball coach Dave Wojcik. Thanks so much for joining us, Coach.
Thanks, Justin.
We'll take another break here on Spartan Sports Central. I'd like to remind viewers, though, that you can catch up with San Jose State head coach Dave Wojcik once a month with Wake Up with Wojcik. The next Wake Up with Wojcik is November 18th, 7 a.m. That's a Tuesday at the Plant Shopping Center inside the conference room. We'll take another break here. When we come back, Ron Carragher in studio to preview the Colorado State game.
I'm starving. Where's the food?
Who's hungry?
Una mas. No way.
Every party can use una mas. Fresh from the market ingredients is the essence of great tasting Mexican food. We grill our chicken and steak to perfection, and our fusion of traditional Mexican dishes means delicious, healthy choices for you. Una mas. We taste better.
We should invite her again.
first ever 306 horsepower Lexus RC car. Once driven, there's no going back.
With millions of businesses all in one place, the YP app can help you do pretty much anything. But can it get you to the moon? You'll need a space helmet. YP can do that. You'll need the highest rated hardware stores. Check. YP even has a cheap gas finder, which is perfect for longer trips. The even more powerful, so much more than a search engine Yellow Pages. YP can do that.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup honors the nation's best overall collegiate athletic program in each division, men's and women's sports. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook. Find us in USA Today, online, and on Twitter at LS Directors Cup. Over 2 decades of excellence, the Learfield Sports Directors Cup.
Welcome back on Spartan Sports Central. Now joined by San Jose State head coach Ron Carrier. And Coach, just a real tough game against Navy. And it's always a tough game against a team that runs a triple option just so unique that the defense just had a difficult time with it.
It was for a second year in a row, and different scheme, different game plan going into it, different adjustments. But it's a challenge when you have a short time. And we did do some work outside of this week on defending Navy because it is so complicated. But in really 3 practices, plus the work we had done prior to, it's difficult. And when they're all healthy, it doesn't make matters easier. You know, that quarterback's pretty special athlete, and he can do so many things. He has the ball in his hands every play, and you just got to be so disciplined and gap sound and not guess, even though you feel pulled another direction, feeling the ball's going somewhere. You got to stay home, and it was a tough one.
Well, Coach, the first play of the game, the fumble recovery, and then the Spartans go down and get in the red zone, and the interception in the red zone. That seemed like, even though it was the first few minutes of the game, it seemed like a big momentum shift and a big play in the game.
It was. We just had a great opportunity. Ball down there, defense, 1 play and done, created a turnover. We got the ball back for us, and we just couldn't punch it in. And I think Joe made a throw he wished he could take back, forced the ball, trying to make something happen. Could have settled for the field goal, would have been nice. But really the biggest thing out of that, I'm proud how Joe responded to that. He didn't go down, he didn't get in the tank. He bounced back and played a very solid game, I think, from that point on.
Well, it seemed like the whole team responded, even late in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, when you were down pretty big, kept coming back, trying to chip away at it too.
Yeah, never gave up, never quit, and that's an important thing. And I told the guys after the game, I can't fault them. The effort was there, the focus was there, the energy was there from the player standpoint. For whatever reason, we just didn't capitalize every single opportunity we had. And then we had 3 punts, they had 1. That's probably what it came down to, because you look at the statistics, Justin, very similar. I mean, they had 50 more yards than we did, but total number of first downs, 28 to 26, just very close. Penalties, we had 2, they had 0. It's very low number of penalties. They had a turnover, we had a turnover. And so it's very similar across the board, but they just capitalized more than we did.
Well, you sure got a good game out of Tim Crawley, though. Over 100 yards receiving, and probably the most spectacular play this year, just staying on his feet somehow, not going down. And that speaks, I think, kind of to his effort and how he goes about things. You know, he's maybe not the biggest sized guy, but he'll put 100% out there the whole time. Just talk about that play.
He does, and he made a catch, and I thought, I'll give credit to the official right there on the sideline, because I was ready for our next call, that he was down on the sideline, and the official never blew the whistle, to her credit. And when it seemed like the play ended, and the whistle wasn't blown, and Timmy stayed up, and he just kept fighting. And we always say, always fight, always compete, never quit, never give up. And that's Timmy Crawley in a nutshell, if you summarized him. And he's overcome a lot of challenges in his life and adversity, and this is certainly, it just didn't surprise me, because that's the kind of young man Timmy is.
Well, and then you got the home game this weekend. You come back home for one of the last home games of the year, and it's going to be against the hottest team in the Mountain West Conference, 6 wins in a row from this Colorado State team. What's most impressive that you see from the Rams this year so far?
I think offensively, I'm seeing dynamic playmakers, whether it be their 2 running backs, whether it be a number of receivers they have that make big plays. They're explosive. They get the ball in their hands, and they can make something big happen anytime. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a confident quarterback who's able to distribute the ball, find the open receiver, doing a really good. He's a senior. He's playing with confidence. They've got those things. And then defensively, I see a much more diverse defense than a year ago. They're doing a lot of blitzing. They're making more gambles, but it's paying off for them. And I think that's why their team is playing good. Offensively, they're playing better. Defensively, they are. Their players have developed further along, and it goes to show big wins on the road. Boston College, big win versus Colorado, and so thus the 6-game win streak. They've got off to a great start.
Well, it's the #1 passing offense against the best passing defense in the country. So it brings up this interesting dynamic of the football game. Talk about Garrett Grayson, 21 touchdowns. He's got big numbers already, but talk about his skill set and maybe how the Spartans are going to try and match up against it.
Yeah, I think, well, starting with him, he does a good job looking off the receiver. He doesn't stare guys down. He has good downfield vision, and then he'll make his adjustment, and not giving the defensive players who sometimes read quarterbacks' eyes the chance to jump it. He does a good job going through his pass progression and getting off covered guys, and then he can throw the deep out. He's got a very strong arm, very accurate arm. And I think those are his strengths. And then you put that together with his experience. He's played in a lot of football games for them. I believe he's a 3-year starter. And all that adds up to successful quarterback play.
When you have Rashard Higgins, who has had some gaudy numbers already this year. He's over 1,000 yards. He's got 12 touchdowns. What makes him so much more special than the other threats that they have? And how are you going to match up against him?
Yeah, he's got tremendous size. He's a 6'2" guy. He looks like one of those track guys who runs sprints. He can go up and get the ball. He's a deep ball threat right from the get-go, but he also can stick his foot in the ground and create separation. Does a very good job. I like our defense, our corners, our defensive backs. I like the matchup. Jimmy Pruitt's got good size, very good, and then Cleveland also. Wallace at the other corner. They both have good size. Maurice McKnight comes in nickel situations, and I think we got good athletes, but they'll be tested, very tested against a good Colorado State passing attack.
All right, Coach, thanks very much.
Thank you, Justin.
We'll take another break here on Spartan Sports Central. More to come when we return.
With millions of businesses all in one place, the YP app can help you do pretty much anything. But can it get you to the moon? You'll need a space helmet. YP can do that. You'll need the highest rated hardware stores. Check. YP even has a cheap gas finder, which is perfect for longer trips. The even more powerful, so much more than a search engine Yellow Pages. YP can do that.
The Learfield Sports Directors Cup honors the nation's best overall collegiate athletic program in each division, men's and women's sports. The prestigious award continues its reign as the crowning achievement in college athletics. To follow your favorite team, like us on Facebook. Find us in USA Today, online, and on Twitter at LS Directors Cup. Over 2 decades of excellence, the Learfield Sports Directors Cup.
I'm starving. Where's the food?
Who's hungry?
Una mas! No way.
Every party can use una mas. Fresh from the market ingredients is the essence of great tasting Mexican food. We grill our chicken and steak to perfection, and our fusion of traditional Mexican dishes means delicious, healthy choices for you. Una mas. We taste better.
We should invite her again.
Introducing the first ever 306 horsepower Lexus RC car. Once driven, there's no going back.
Welcome back on Spartan Sports Central. That does it for this week's episode. Once again, San Jose State returns home this Saturday at 4 o'clock, the kickoff time against Colorado State. Tickets are still available at 408-924-7589 or visiting sjsuspartans.com. The pregame show on 1590 KLIV and the Spartan Radio Network will begin at 3:30. Thanks for watching this week. We'll see you next time.